Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. Hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. Hope you got a good weekend coming up. This is going to be Taurus and Cancer. Sitting in a tree, Kissing, for the month of December. I have already cut and shuffled and cut the cards. So we're going to do two from front and back into your overall, one for your challenge, and then we're going to do 2 weeks at a time. It feels like, and I'm doing this from Taurus's perspective. Damn, a tower, what the hell? It feels like some of you have gone through some shit this year. Evidently it's not done yet. Oh boy. There's been a change in financial status. Yeah, damn. Fucking world card is coming up for everybody. Your challenge, pulling the Knight of Swords. Opposition and strife. Wow. The fuck. Ten of Wands pulls the Ace of Swords, the Tower, pulls the Knight of Wands, and the Knight of Swords pulls the Ten of Wands. Everybody going through this emotional shit with the fuck and fuck. Okay, Taurus, so this is definitely your energy I'm feeling here. And what you getting ready to do. I don't know what happened to poor little Cancer down. Oh. Damn. I was starting the reading out by saying some of y'all have gone through all of this and y'all are reconnected. It may be something from the holidays, people coming back in town, people kind of circulating a little bit, that whole thing. So if you've already gone through this, this is not going to be your reading. However, y'all feel this. You're feeling, that Ten of Wands is telling me you're already feeling overwhelmed. And this side is supposed to be about clear vision, but yeah, for real, y'all, it's like everything is blurry. And Taurus, you can't seem to see your way out. Some of you may be battling depression on top of some of this. And this is all coming from communication issues between you and your Cancer and just emotional shit that's been repressed. That Ten of Wands up there, dealing with repressed emotions, shit you haven't been able to talk about and get out. And this could be due to the pandemic. You haven't had time. You don't see each other enough. However this is resonating for you. But at the end of the day, Taurus, you don't feel like you can see clear ahead, that Ace of Swords, where this relationship is going. On the back end, with the Knight of Wands on top of the Tower, I guess for y'all it just feels like it's one thing after the other, after the other, after the other. Car broke down, refrigerator broke, somebody got laid off, kids ain't going to school. And this may be making you feel aggressive, Taurus. I know how you bullies are when shit is not going the way you think it should be going. And it looks like a lot of this, with that Tower in this deck, it's about unprotected events. The upheaval is not you. The upheaval is not you, Taurus. Now, before everybody starts changing channel, it could be. We can reverse the energy and it could be Cancer or not Cancer. So know that there's room there, but I'm feeling Taurus. First week, looking at the High Priestess, the back end of the High Priestess. May be dealing with some money issues, and there may be some manipulation going on with your Cancer about where money Queen of Swords here. Money issues, where it's going, or how come it hasn't been deposited, or how come this bill didn't get paid. Work it out. It could be that both of you are not working right now, and so all of this is just kind of piling up. Taurus, if you're looking for a job, now is a good time to look. It may be something you don't want, but it might help in the interim. That's what I hear. At any rate, it's money issues. There may be some manipulation with this, with the High Priestess. Again, we're looking at her behind and not her face. So, while this is indicative of protection from dumb shit, pretty much, if you're dealing with somebody that's not telling you the whole story, that's not following the rules, you know how I am about this bitch here. Put your name in the upper left-hand corner. Yeah, that. Cancer may not be following or playing by the rules. If there's been something that has been said or done and Cancer's feeling kind of out of sorts, this may be the big payback. So be mindful of that energy. With the Magician on top of the Queen of Pentacles, it's some deceit going on here. Let's clear that part up. So it's going to start with the money. If you haven't noticed anything yet, that's where it'll start. From there, with the Queen of Pentacles and the Magician, project found again. So yeah, this may be something that Cancer's doing on the sideline. You're going to have to dig, Taurus. I'm sorry. That Queen of Pentacles, she's our boss. Fuck you want me to tell you about that? So you're going to have to, depression once again is on here. You're going to have to really dig deep and deal with whatever this is. With the Three of Cups, there's your Cancer on top of the Six of Cups. The combination to have is the 2 and the 6 and not the 3 and the 6. The 3 in this deck, Cancer's doing what Cancer wants to do. I don't know how else to say that or put that in Cancer. If you're cross-watching, I'm so sorry. But this is about limited or fixed vision. When your vision is fixed on something, you damn near obsessing that part. You may be getting waves of nostalgia, Taurus. It may just be blowing over you like, I remember when, looking at pictures and shit. However, don't get stuck in the past. You're going to have to deal with whatever this is because it's right at your door. Pretty much. All them cups right at your door. So this may be a situation where Cancer, male or female, don't matter, hooked up with baby mama, baby daddy, and that has in turn turned into something that folks really weren't expecting. You see what he's doing. Whoever this is, Cancer or Taurus, again, I feel like this is Cancer that's fixated on whatever it is. But you see, he's just there like, oh, I love you so much. Even though you got other stuff around him. Get to the second week with the Ace of Cups and the Temperance. Here's where you're going to have to start finding your balance, Taurus. Changes, obviously, if this is what's resonating with you, they're coming. Somebody's going to have to move or something's going to have to be done. If you're not living together, you know, giving CDs back and USB ports back and whatever else you're trading off, you're going to, that's the energy right here. But you need to come at it fresh. I know I'm looking at the damn cards. Y'all depressed. Y'all are tired of fighting. You're tired of guessing, Taurus. I feel you. But you're going to have to put on your big astrological panties and deal with this. And this Ace is telling me you're going to have to just fuck it. Whatever it is. Now, that is not to say that you should not be upset if somebody's cheating on you. I'm looking at this over here. Or being disloyal in any kind of way. That's not to say that you shouldn't stand your ground on that. However, You need to still act in love. I know that's like the what she just said. Yeah, you still need to. Some of y'all are just gonna have to recognize the person that you're dealing with is not mature in certain areas, and they may never be. You have to grapple and grapple with that and move on. Changes and finding your balance in the midst of all that change. The Temperance card. Major energy. The Four of Swords on top of the Ace of Pentacles. You may be trying to adjust to the new situation. This may come as early as the middle of the month. So Taurus, you may be trying to adapt. This Four of Swords talks about purification. Taking the much needed step back and start dealing with the foundation. If it's repairable, and maybe for some of you the relationship is, again, we got this beginner energy here. If your situation is not all off the chain with a whole lot of excess outside, whatever, and you can see a path to reconciliation, still need to take that break. Still need to take that break. In that, you may at some later point see some satisfaction in taking a break. But I think for a lot of you, you're going to take the break and be like, nope. Nope. Because it will eventually come out that, again, I'm reading for Taurus, so Cancer. So this is going to be the beginning and the end of that. But for some of you, I don't know. You may, if you can forgive, let me put that shit out there like that. If you can forgive whatever's being done, then stay there. Don't go nowhere. Yeah, we're still talking about inner strength. So a lot of inner strength shit right here. And you pulling yourself up, Taurus, by the bootstraps. And yeah, see, y'all are some of y'all are really putting yourself through it because you think it may have been something you did to get the ball rolling in the first place. Maybe y'all weren't having enough sex. Maybe the communication just went off the rails at some point. And in the middle of a pandemic, who is surprised, really? Even the best of relationships are being tested at this point. So this third week, the beginning, this inner purity and inner strength on your commitment, that's the Hierophant. How are you working that? And is this worth moving past whatever limitations any of this bullshit brought up? But see, there's a clear ending. But as sure as you get the World card, you know there's a beginning on the other side of that too. There's a clear line of demarcation here. So some of y'all may break up with the intention of getting back together, but here's your commitment. And are you going to be able to move past whatever limitations, whatever's going on in the past, period? You're going to be able to do that and keep this relationship, or do you need to turn your back? And that's a good question to just ask yourself. Even if you're not in the middle of all of this yet, but you can kind of see the handwriting on the wall, is the commitment worth it? Is the relationship worth it? With the Moon card sitting on top of the Seven of Cups, it's a lot of emotional processing going on. So, follow your intuition for sure. Slow down, the Seven of Cups, and look at what's around you. Talking about options, what's around you? What needs, if you're talking about hanging on, doing some extra work and hanging on to the relationship, what needs to be focused on? Do y'all need to go to counseling? Do you need to just have better communication? Is there commitment that somebody's withholding? And whatever, just get it out. Get it out. Get it all out. And when you do this, this will take some of the uncertainty away that you're feeling. But it's definitely a conversation. It might be a series of conversations that you need to have. Regardless, slow down, Taurus. Just slow down, because you don't want to deceive yourself one way or the other. I'll say it like that. You don't want to deceive yourself that, oh, this is going to be beautiful, this is our second time around. Or, fuck this shit, it ain't never going to be shit. Both of those are self-deception. If you're not, however, whatever lie, deceiving thing you got going on, wishful thinking, and that, trust me, can go either way. Deal with that. Process your emotions. Slow down and take some time to deal with how you feel about whatever this is. Might not have been outright fucking. Yeah, I said that. Might have been online. A lot of people online now, because people don't want to go out and meet people or whatever. So, now you've created a whole nother thing. Maybe you saw something online between Cancer and somebody else, and you like to fuck. And maybe that might be the time to have that conversation, if you haven't had it recently, about where your boundaries are. I'm just saying. The Seven of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Here's another start. What is this? Yeah, that goes here. There's another start. For some of you, it's about a fresh start. But that's going to come after a period of isolation. So something's going to happen that's probably going to split y'all up anyway, just physically. You're going to be at a distance. Take that time to process. But it's going to require that you be patient, so you can persevere through whatever this is and work on whatever not in your relationship if you're trying to work on it and get it figured out. It's going to be a challenge. But if you hold on to it, this may be a good fresh start. So I'm thinking somewhere towards the middle, towards the middle end of the month, there may be a point where you can see, where you can reconcile. If it doesn't come at that point, it may be in January. If you want to reconcile, that point's going to be there. Looking at the last week, Nine of Wands with Temperance. Once again, looking at Temperance. You need to recognize your need to heal, Taurus. Period. Get yourself back into alignment. Clear up any confusion that you have going on. Yeah. Your eating, your sleeping habits. I'm sure some of y'all have been up all night trying to figure out what the fuck, who the fuck, why the fuck. Use December as a month to regroup and reset. With the Seven of Pentacles on top of the Knight of Pentacles, it's going to cross your mind more than one time. Why am I here? We have all the accoutrements that a relationship is supposed to have, but I feel empty. Oh. And that's Earth. We got all this stuff, but I feel empty. And this may be the conflict. Maybe Cancer's thinking you're too materialistic. And you're going, no, I'm not materialistic. We got the right shit. How come we don't have the right dealing shit? Just saying. Could be a lot of different little combinations to this. Inner strength once again. That up there. You're going to have to find it and hang on to it. Because this is going to test you, Taurus. If you fall into this category, this is your argument. I feel like I have wasted my time. I hesitated when I shouldn't have. Just throwing it out there. And so now we got all this wonderful stuff together. Yeah, you don't necessarily have to be living together, but you know, taking trips and done some shit together. But there's no nothing here. What the hell? The Taurus, as much as we like material things, we like to know that we're loved. That part right there. So this is another point where you may need to slow down. For your own benefit, Taurus, can you get it back? Will the leaves come back? Will the tree fill out? You have all that warm fuzzy shit again? I'm just saying. At the end of this, you may decide to just go on punishment, self-punishment. You don't need to do this, Taurus. This may be how you feel. Like, fuck it. I can't ever get a relationship that works. I'm always trying. Nothing ever happens. By the end of the month, you should have some other options. You should have some messages and love notes or something, phone calls, text messages, especially going into the beginning of the year. You may get surprised, Taurus. If you're terminating this Taurus-Cancer relationship, you may get a surprise coming. Someone new. But in the meantime, you're going to end where you started. You got all that shit on your back. Now you got all that shit on your head. I'm just saying. The challenge here is to dump some of this extra. Get past the strife of the relationship. And again, you may have to reset. That includes resetting boundaries. You know, I know some people do this, not all people, but having joint Facebook accounts. I don't know how that works. I just don't. And why that's coming to mind, I just take it. But it may be something like that. You know, we're no longer going to have separate pages because we're doing blah, 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 blah. That runs the gamut. There's going to need to be a reset on the boundaries if you stay in the relationship with the Cancer. The World card tells me there's a definite ending, and as sure as I say that, the beginning is right there. So there's going to be a break, and then you may pick up, or you may decide to wait to pick the relationship back up towards. I think that's going to be solely on you and how you're feeling. Some of you are going to just flat out be like, fuck it, I'm done. Don't believe what you hear. So that can go on a lot of different levels, but particularly with your Cancer. I know Cancer cross watching like this bitch. I'm sorry. But wherever you're hearing it from, whomever you're hearing it to, about, little hairs on your tail start standing up. If your hooves get a tingle, that's your soul trying to tell you something's not right. So don't believe what you hear. Let them do the talking. And I'm all with this. Cancer's been acting out and screwing around, doing some shit. Let them do the talking. You listen, Taurus. You listen. You learn a lot if you just unsharpen the horns for a hot second and just sit down and listen. But let them do the talking. They'll either redeem themselves or hang themselves one way or the other. Get the hell out of the way. It might be you in your own way. So maybe now is a good time to just step it back, especially if you're not in a live together, cohabitating type situation. Take a chill for the holidays. You know, that doesn't mean to stop seeing them or whatever, but some of the intensity, the emotional stuff, rein it in a bit. Everybody is not going to have a cheating Cancer. So take that. It could be the other way around. I really don't feel that from this reading, but it could be the other way around. I know, like I said at the beginning, it's foggy. Keep persevering, Taurus. It'll clear up. I promise you, it will. It will. By this time in January, the end of January, you will be looking at all of this completely different, whether you stay in a relationship or get out of it. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you, Taurus. I love you, Cancer. I hope y'all have a good weekend. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.